All right, thanks to our amazing sponsors and our amazing Patreons as well, patreon.com/Crowject. It is the Crowject podcast, episode 294. I think I can't keep up. My name's Peter, and I'm joined by Sophie as well. Sophie, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
I'm great.
Fantastic.
I'm here. I'm alive.
Yes. Oh, we've got the claps as well. Oh my God.
It's been a while. It's been so long.
It's been so long. In fact, we've yapped for a good 40 minutes on the pre-roll side of things as well. But we also have a special guest all the way from another time zone as well, the lead of the Western Australia Crow Supporters Group. It is Alex. Alex, hello. How are you?
Hi guys, great to be here.
How is it to be in the future?
Oh, an hour and a half ahead. Look, WA just stands
flying by.
Wait a while, you know.
And can I just say, on behalf of the rest of the country, thank you for your GST revenue. Just propping up.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Wasn't going to get political, Pete.
Yeah, well, it won't, because we've got bigger fish to fry tonight, because we've got to talk about all things gather round, talk about all the news as well. We've got plenty to go through in our Patreon pre-roll that we've gone through. We talked about our favourite albums, etc. While Alex looks on her Android. How are you coping with life? I don't know. And
just fine. Thanks for asking.
And all the news, etc. But we have to talk about the result from Thursday night, where we were up and about, and then it went, and then. So, what was the final scores?
The final scores were Crows 15 goals 10 100 to Geelong's 18 goals 11, the holy number 119.
Okay.
Just for the number. Just for the number.
Yeah.
But as Crom would put it. Oh, fuck! That's the second half. We've got a lot to go through to unpack with this one, because we were up and about for Thursday night.
Yeah.
And there was the... I'll tell you what, Premier Pete pulled out all the stops with the light show.
Can I just tell you, by Sunday night watching that light show, still excellent. It was just as good the fourth time round. I was sad last night, being Monday night when I was home, and there was no laser show. I had 4 nights in a row of laser shows.
Just you with the cats.
All of a sudden, it was Monday, and there were no cool lasers, no cool tunes happening. It was really quite sad.
That's true. It did feel like the 95 Port Adelaide launch. But
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace. Anyway, Alex, you've come over for Gather Round, and now you're going to de-gather tomorrow.
I know. Devastating.
Hashtag Devo. But your thoughts on the game overall? Were you expecting this to happen?
I thought it would be a lot closer, and I thought we were going to get there by minimal. So to see the switch at like the half time, and it was like, oh God, here we go again. But yeah, I thought it was doable given the hype.
Yep.
And I was like, nope, the 5-day break can go jump. We have got this, because I was willing to take a loss against Gold Coast, but not Geelong. I was like, we can. If we lose one of those, that's fine.
Yep.
Just
not both.
We lost the Gold Coast. Okay, well, that means we have to win Geelong. And we didn't.
So it's the G teams, really.
Yeah.
So Greater Western Sydney coming. Oh, shit.
Oh.
All right. So,
It's actually really depressing.
Yeah,
thoughts on the game? Sorry for bringing down the mood.
Well, where do I start? So maybe at the very beginning, some would say. Yes.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, we had a very stressful trip into the city. It took 30 minutes longer than it normally should have just to get into the city. So that was a hoot. Turns out Northeast Road, peak hour traffic, pretty bad. We're like, hang on a minute, let's detour and try lower Northeast Road. We're like, that might be fine. They're doing roadworks on that one, aren't they? So we got stuck again. So then we zigzagged our way back to Northeast Road and got around the congestion and went straight through. But that was half an hour. That was a little bit stressy. Fun fact, every time that we have been rushing, this is not actually that fun. Anytime that we have been rushed or stressed before a game and like haven't been able to just chill our way into the ground and everything be fine, we've always lost. So it was kind of just
right.
It was just a
so she
shitty
should
time
have just
around.
turned around and gone
we said
home.
when we pulled in, I was like, every time we've had a stressful journey like this, the Crows have lost. So what is the point getting out of the car? We should just drive home. But by half time, I was like, oh, we might actually do this. Like the vibes were high. I was hopeful. as much as people don't want to admit that the 5-day break had something to do with the heat and everything,
I think it absolutely did.
I think it did. Like, you look at this worm and it just collapses. And the other fact is, like, there weren't just like a couple players who were a little bit off. It was majority of the players who are consistently good. They normally quite good at making like their decision making. They're hitting targets. This was very uncharacteristic of so many players who are normally on the ball, like with a, just like click, click, click. So to me, as much as like Nixie and that don't want to make excuses for things like this, it did just feel like that could have been a very large factor in the performance. At the same time, I'm kind of hoping that's the case and that we don't have too much other things to worry about. But I guess we'll see now that we've had, is it a 9-day break going into the game this
Correct.
week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So fingers crossed we might see a better performance.
We better. Or else the Western Australia supporters group will be up in arms.
They will.
Right.
Writing an angry letter.
Very strongly worded letter.
Yeah.
You've got what, Saturday GWS and then Friday Freo at Optus. So nice 6 days then. So hopes.
And that trip to Perth.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's a
far,
big one.
guys. God.
Well, I opened Twitter a minute ago. Every time you travel to Perth, it's going to be a hard game. Brad Scott is not underestimating the Eagles. How does he think the players who actually live in Perth feel? How they have
Is
to
he
do
all
it
right?
every couple of weeks, mate?
Is he all right?
You poor thing.
Gee whiz.
He'd be sad about driving to the end of his street, let alone
Would, honestly.
interstate. Yeah.
Now, I think that this is one of the best games of the year. That, like, objectively,
Yeah, well, as
Yep.
frustrating
I know
as
it's
the
only
result
round
was,
5, but yeah, objectively, yeah,
there were some really exciting moments throughout it.
correct.
That
And
Sid Draper goal, I was like, we are
Oh.
back on. And then
yeah, that Taylor Walker first goal, I was just like, fucking
that was
put in the
so
bag,
cute.
stick a fork in me, I'm done. We had the laser show. We've had bloody some rapper beforehand. I don't know what that was.
Hermitude. That's right.
What's his name?
Hermitude's the bloke.
Hernia
on the-
tune.
Doot, doot, doot. I don't know who.
Oh,
was singing it.
yeah, okay.
One of them.
Yeah, with the yeah. Yeah, hang on. That's wrong.
That was absolutely correct.
Oh, that was him.
That was
Oh
him.
my God, he's here in the Zoom P8. All right. But objectively, one of the best games, I think, and probably will go down because 219 points is a total with a margin of 19.
Yeah.
Very good. Goal scorers. Let's go through some of them because we did well.
We did.
Unfortunately, it was one of our former players who.
Spew.
And we have to talk about the man at the top that we're going to talk about, who was top of the goal
So
scorer.
here we go. You see, the thing is, you can filter in the app to just show Adelaide players.
You see,
It's
hang on.
actually very lovely.
Hang on. This is it's back. This engorged man brute
Man brute.
abso-fucking-lutely ripped it up something fierce. It was absolutely amazing. So take it away.
My man could have got bloody 12 goals if he played a quarter like that every quarter.
How about that photo of him midair kicking across? Oh, that did things to me.
Do you need a moment?
I feel like
I
he
had a
does.
few.
I think we may need to leave this lovely establishment just for a moment.
Just go stand behind those curtains while you sort yourself out, please.
It won't take that long. That's all
Okay,
right.
great.
But he played a blinder.
He did. I actually didn't like because he kicked four and a quarter. I didn't realise that he had kicked
4 and a
that
quarter?
many.
Jesus.
Like it was. I don't even know what quarter it
That
was.
was a good quarter. Probably in the first half, I'd assume.
Look at his picture. Isn't it?
Oh, it's a very nice picture.
It was, yeah, it was a second quarter. That's right, because at halftime I went out of my seat and they were all posting about how he kicked 4 and a quarter, and I was like, excuse me? Yeah, I thought it was like 2 or 3, but no. He just went, you know what, I only need a quarter to do what needs to be done here.
It's
And
like,
he did it.
like a good farmer. Just gets it all done in 1 quarter of the year.
Yep,
Because that's all farmers do, isn't that right? So,
apparently so, yes. That's what I've heard.
yeah, that's right.
Very, very busy.
Yeah,
all
very,
the
very
time.
busy. Another engorged man brute, Ben Keys. Alex, your thoughts on this game?
I think you should ask my mother that question because I'm pretty sure she's the one that's obsessed with him.
Yeah? Yeah.
Loves
Keen
Ben.
for the keys?
Loves Ben.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
No matter how much he resembles the Surf's Up Penguin, she is all about him.
Oh my God. No, I can't get that out of my head.
I miss that haircut.
I miss the
so
blonde.
much.
Like now he's
Give
all
us the blonde
brunette, and now he
tips.
just looks. He's looking more and more like Bailey Fritz or Timu Ben Keys, whatever his name is,
Yeah, that
from
yeah,
Melbourne.
Yeah, he's very teamy.
He's
Very teamy.
Ben Keys is obviously the original beautiful man.
he is.
And the rest are
He's-
just try hard.
Honestly, what a pickup, that bloke.
Did you know that Brisbane actually delisted him?
It's
Say it isn't so.
Holy shit.
Holy guacamole.
What silly buggers.
I know.
And what have they done since then?
But you
Premiership. But like,
But it's interesting to see the dynamics of how one player. I was talking to Mum about this today. Tyson Stengel, not great for us. He is doing very well with Geelong, aside from the extracurricular activities he likes to partake in.
Yeah, that's right.
His gameplay, he's everywhere. He was shit with us. I don't like.
I think you'll find that a lot of players that were a little bit shit with us went on to do much better things with other teams. And it's a little bit sad.
Yeah, it says a lot. Maybe we're just a good development club.
I think so. I think we really create a strong foundation for our players,
And then they're like,
we let
"See ya."
them spread
Do you
their
reckon
wings.
there's like
and
a
off they
farewell
go.
party? It's just like bon voyage, goodbye, as they're leaving in like the budget rent a car or something. Just
Burn the crows. But that's fine. No
fucking
worries.
joke, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking joke.
Fuck that guy. Oh,
All
dog.
Taylor Walker, he moved pretty well in the
He
first
did,
half.
yeah. I mean, he slowed down a little bit.
He got a little bit limpy at the end there. I saw him going off for a bit, and I was like,
He's an old man.
He is an
you
old
have
man.
to let that.
You shouldn't be running as fast, mate. Let the young kids do.
It was after the kids' bedtime too. And
That's his relax time.
yeah, exactly. That's his time to get on, YouTube and watch some, lawn videos probably.
Yeah.
He would he'd be a Scott
Sure.
Bonner. He's
Yeah.
3 Scott Bonners. He'd be a 3 Scott Bonner.
I watch his lawn videos because I'm a lawn lady.
Yeah.
And
He'd have a reel,
Yep.
a scarifier, and an
That's
electric
right, we've
one.
discussed this.
Yeah, absolutely. And then do his back. Now, who else we got? We need to talk about a certain ruckman that plays for us.
Oh no.
Because there has been some discourse online, would you say, Sophie, Alex, about one
Yeah.
Riley O'Brien?
Look, this man had 100% disposal efficiency. I don't know what people are complaining about.
I mean, look at his smile,
To
too.
the other team.
He looks very wholesome.
I think there was one point where I did see that there was a tactical move that Nixie had in the third or fourth quarter to put Rob.
Say it isn't so. Say it
at
isn't
a
so
full
that
forward.
he made a move during the game.
Well, he made a move, so that's a good start. But moved him, so I reckon, to centre half forward, and I was screaming. I actually sat with Damien from Prune Masters, the Instagram account.
Okay.
And I think the downfall started from there because as soon as I sat next to him, it was when the run came on. I was thinking, should I move? And then they moved, and then it still happened.
So your traffic jams and your seating arrangement are the reason for our loss.
Yeah. All the laser show.
See, the thing is as well, we had prime seating. I finally was sitting front row of the Crows race.
That's right.
And my nephew and niece were so excited because they wanted to get all their stuff signed. And I'm like, yeah, we have to win first for them to even think about doing anything like that. And it was half time and they were getting their stuff out. And I'm like, they can't sign it yet. It has to be after the game. We have to win first. And then ever since then, after then, like we just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, put it away. Put it away. Just
Put it
stop.
away, child.
They were quite sad, the poor things. But I also knew the moment because I had decent seats that I'm like, we're not going to win. So it was probably me. I'm really, really sorry. I do have another theory about why we have lost these last 2 games. I do believe it is the one and only Nick Murray. He has missed these last 2 games.
Yeah.
And we've gone ahead and we've lost the last 2 games.
Yeah, 100%.
But it does sound like he is a chance to return this week.
He's had a test of me. What is happening to him? I'm sounding like Matthew Nix. Anyway.
While Pete dies in the corner and tries to
Starting to
become
sound like
more
me
alive. Welcome to the
games.
welcome to the girly pod. Who was your best on ground, Alex?
There we go.
JP.
What a man!
What an upgrade from my little Ned.
So good he's going to miss a week now.
I know. Next time, break his fucking neck. Make it worth your time.
Whoa.
Whoa!
At the Crowject, we don't encourage absolute maiming of players. Just a bit lighter. Yeah.
No, I love JP. I think he is an absolute weapon. I love the quote that I think Matthew Nick said about him about 2 weeks ago. Like, he stopped chasing the butterfly and it landed on him. And I was like, "That what a way to describe."
See, I read that quote and it took me far too long to understand what I was reading.
Yeah, I just
Is this
thought,
like a well-known saying
but I
that
just
people
thought it
think
was
of?
like, I don't know. I just felt like it
Chasing the butterfly.
And
Yeah,
let
he
it
just-
land on you.
Yeah, as in it will come to you. Like, work hard, it will happen, kind of thing. I felt
Oh,
like that's
well-
what he was kind of addressing. But
Well,
I
I
love
get that now, but why a butterfly? Because
I don't
you
know.
can't move, and a butterfly will be scared of you.
What
and
didn't he
move away
say?
very
Like
quickly.
cat. Something that's, difficult.
Something that will
don't
actually
know.
come to you naturally.
Yeah. Because,
Who
a
knows?
good
But I
puss
just-
cat will jump
I
on your
just thought
lap.
that was so such a cool way of like
It is, but I just feel
summarising
like a
him.
butterfly is a strange choice.
Yeah, true. When you look at it,
I
like
get
that.
it though.
What's the weirdest animal you can compare Nick Murray to? Give us a call. 82465498.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so JP for me, I think he's been a huge
He
addition
was great.
to our group,
He's a good boy. Definitely a good
and he will be missed this week, which is a shame.
That's for sure. So Shoal got subbed off, and I think lots of people were calling for him to be subbed off at one point. But
The mark that he was not paid.
can we talk about the umpiring in the second quarter? Because I felt like it has now damaged the reputation of Crows fans a little bit. But the umpiring in the second quarter universally was putrid. There was one point, I think there was a 50-metre penalty that was paid.
Yep.
They go forward, but then the umpire that was in our defensive 50 was calling for the ball to come back. Or there was multi-ball or something, or I don't know. Anyway, good chat. Umpiring, not good. Yeah. Or do you disagree, Soph?
No, it's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
Horrible.
Consistently inconsistent. Not just our games.
No.
I watch about 7 games of footy every weekend.
Yep.
And it's not just us.
No.
If you're going to focus, and they do it every year where they seem to focus on one rule. I don't know what it is this year because
None of them.
no. Well, this year
Yeah.
they're free for all, really. But usually they focus like the holding the ball was like last year, and they just reamed that rule, and then they forget about
Reamed it.
everything else, and it's like the 15-metre thing.
To be fair, I was going to say the first couple of weeks this year it was all about the 15 metres, and you could be like 15.1 metres, and they'd be like, play on.
Yeah.
Or like it would be, but now it's like there's 20, 25 metre kicks that are
Yeah.
apparently play on because they're not 15.
Yeah.
Or there's 10 metre kicks, and they're like, yeah, that's a mark. And we're like, he's just kicked it to where the person on the mark was. Like, that's
Yeah.
I
not
want them to get rid of the 15-metre rule. Go back to how it was. I don't
free
understand.
for all, or just any distance is a mark.
Just any distance.
Oh, so AFL 9 style.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
Yeah,
how
right.
often is there really like a 10 or 5 metre kick that's ever effective? Does that make
have a
sense?
point
And there's
there.
always going to be a player that's going to be there anyway if there's going to be a shorter kick. So just fucking get rid of the rule. Because umpires can't measure anything. And they're mostly men
No.
anyway. They always
And then
overestimate the
we're
length.
never- We're never happy with either call.
Yeah. And us Crows fans deserve to be compensated for lack of measurement.
Oh, dear me.
How long do you reckon 15 metres is? Give us a call. 82465498.
I have a feeling that it could be 15 metres.
You're kidding me.
No.
You know, at my work, I've got to do measurements for healthcare stuff. It's always funny. It's always the guys that overestimate their height by like 2 or 3 inches.
How
Who
irrelevant.
knew? Who knew? Jeez, I thought I was taller than that. And it's just like, no. I had one guy who said that I was lying to him. And I was just like, it's a ruler. It's an
lying.
objective. It's an objective marker, mate. Anyway, look, it didn't warm the cockles on my heart to see one P. Dangerfield rip it up again against us again at Adelaide Oval again. Yeah, well, not that far, but it's annoying. But it
Yeah.
also set a little bit of alarm bells for Geelong if the only player that was able to get up and about to really stick it to us was a guy who's the same age as me. It's not good. He's much more talented than I am.
How old is he?
35, 36, I think.
Same age as me. And
Oh,
look how
there
we're
you give me a
going.
high five. All right.
And
Yeah,
look at us,
spring chicken over
I'm
the corner
just,
here.
I'm just a little young
little
young
baby.
Little baby.
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 He's a weapon if he's left to his own devices, and they just couldn't get a hold of him.
No.
It's a shame he couldn't be like that when he actually played for us.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of, my wrist hurts. Well, I've got to come off. Tomo, take over for me. Okay. Make it ball.
What a man Tomo was.
Oh, yeah. So, best ons, we've got Peatling. What about yourself, so?
Fogg's second quarter, elite. Isaac was actually quite good. He snuck forward for a couple of goals.
He had a brilliant goal right in front of us.
Yes.
And we were like, we're back on. And we're off
Yes.
again.
I had my banners up and I'm like, just look over at me. He was looking everywhere else on the field. I'm like, bro. I thought pre-game, because I got, my niece and nephew to hold up my banners while they were doing their run-throughs in front of us. And I think it was Rob happened to look over and he had a bit of a smirk on his face when he saw one of them. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Thanks, but I want Rankin.
But honestly, like every time I put the banner up as to whoever scored the goal, I'm like, can you just turn around for half a second and have a look, mate? Honestly.
But he didn't.
No, none of them did. Very rude.
Very
At
rude.
least as well, you guys get on TV and stuff, like in the crowd.
For a second.
Yeah, that's awesome. We don't, because we sit like 10 metres above ground level at Optus.
You have a bloody concrete retaining wall.
That thing is hilarious. I remember the first game I saw it Optus, like just seeing it on TV. I was just like, why is it on a... Did they put the ground too low? Or did they just put the grandstand too high? And, and some civil engineer's just like, oh, that's right. Fuck. Like,
Bit low.
It looks like someone needs to like crank a lever just to raise the ground back up.
Rise the lawn. Yeah, no, it's terrible because you miss out on the fan interaction.
Yeah.
You ever, at the end of the game, if we win, they just come over and give you a clap. No high fives, no run and pass.
You have
You have to stick your,
No,
you have
like-
to stick your foot through the fence and hope they might give you a little tap.
net five, clap my foot.
So all the creativity that goes into my sign making is never visible on TV, which really cuts me up.
That's sad.
Devastating.
Anything else you want to get off your chest about Western Australia?
It's actually a podcast for a rant. Isn't
Fucking
it?
the Pilbara. What's all that about?
Hot mining.
Why is it called Exmouth?
I don't know.
Did it used to be a mouth? Like, what's going on?
No,
there?
Pete. I was
not
only
anymore.
born there, but I lived like my whole life in Adelaide.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
But now you're going back there.
but now I'm back there. So.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah, but I don't know why it's called bloody Exmouth.
So maybe it was Exmouth because you left it and you were
Oh.
its ex. So maybe now that you're back,
Mouth.
it's
Yeah,
just
mouth.
now going to go by mouth.
Alex is back. Let's call it mouth.
The mouth is back in town.
The mouth is back in town. All right, let's get to some calls. We only got one phone call this week. Let me tell you. One.
One.
Look, people were deflated, or maybe the laser show just like they went to go and watch Tron Legacy or something. I don't know. But anyway,
Maybe they just went to walk and talk and got it off their chest there.
we had a few there. My favourite was the family from Brisbane all wearing the matching gather-round Hawaiian tops.
That was
They
elite.
were amazing.
They were amazing, but at the same time, it was just like, yeah, we're from Brisbane. They were really nice, though.
To school.
You're back to school. All right, here we go. Voicemail.
5-day breaks, eh? Bullshit. I'm not liking Keane. I'm not liking Keane at all. He's becoming a liability. He's either tripping people or he's picking balls off the fucking ground. We should be picking them up. We look flat in the second half. You can blame the 5-day break all you want, but I don't know.
I am.
Just wanted more. Lid is back on. See how we go in 9 days' time.
Thank you, caller, for that one. A little bit despondent there. But Mark Keane, look, when he's not tripping players, he does like to turn it over a little bit. I think we sort of were blessed for a long time with Brodie Smith in our back line, just being able to just, kadoink it a good 60, 70 metres.
He is a bit of a liability.
Yeah, a lot. But do we need to bring back My Chemical Butts?
His foot's probably just aching thinking about the day that he eventually goes back out on the field. I feel really bad for Jordan. I think
Yeah.
he's brilliant, but I hope he's not injury stricken for like his career because I feel like he's on the same effort level as like was. Just whereas Keane's just some days he's absolutely firing, and other days you're just like, what? Like, yep, Thursday. What are you bloody doing, mate?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So,
If only there was an SANFL game that we could review over this weekend too. Your thoughts on Mark Keane? So,
I do like the Irish. I do like an Irish accent. His is a little bit
an Irish.
An Irish accent. His is very, very Irish though.
A bit too Irish.
Probably, yeah. Like, I don't want to be picky about my accents, but there's a spectrum of the Irish.
He's from Ireland.
Nah, he's.
but what region?
How Irish is he? He's not like buying a car and packing it with explosives and taking it over to England.
The
is
IRA.
he? Yeah. Like, how Irish is he? Is that too Irish?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yes. No, he's a good boy. He just needs to learn to not use his legs to tackle people.
Yeah, that old chestnut. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you use your legs to tackle people?
Look, do you want the PG rated answer?
You can go R-rated. It does not matter. This is an 18 plus pod. Hello.
Oh, boy.
Well, anyway,
Next.
that's a controversial topic. Yes.
No, look, he does his best. He wasn't the only one to sort of struggle.
No.
No.
They
on that
couldn't.
day.
None of them could mark.
No,
They were
they couldn't pick
dropping
up
it.
the ball. They couldn't hit targets.
So yeah, it wasn't
Kicking
just
into the
Keane.
man on the mark.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
The long bomb
When you're a
returned.
little man, you might need to just take a couple steps back.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder who you're alluding to there.
Just me and my bestie.
Yeah, bestie.
Bestie.
Now, let's get to some of the feedback from the listeners. So if I'll get you to bring up the Instagram post if you can, and or Twitter, whichever one you want to get to. But Instagram stories is always a cesspool of either positivity or taxi. Thank you to our host tonight for having very, very water-resistant carpets. Anyway, what's in there? Oh, yeah, okay, that explains it. Anyway.
It's Mango Powerade.
Yeah. We've got Ben_Whiting81 who says, fuck, I can't do this again.
I thought I was doing these. Am I doing something else?
Oh, I meant the actual post. Sorry. Oh, but you can do stories. Would you like to do stories?
You've got it all sorted.
No. Okay. A professional hater of Fogarty, Ethan Morgan. From Footy Posting says, wow, big fog, 4 goals in the second quarter. Surely he dominated in the second half. Wow. Anyway. Rachel Parsons, don't want to think about it. If we want to play finals, we have to win next week. Mia Platt says, too many play on, not 15s. Lily Feltus, shit, she says. Frank Milanese says, defence is bad. Desk realises danger plays for the opposition, right? Bye-bye, Rob. All in capital letters. Yeah. Alex Dry, probably summarising how Alex, who's on the pod tonight, feels as well. Can't believe I paid $1,000 to be in Adelaide and see him play like that. Callie says, a few players were just not there. Swainstagram says, learn 15, fuck danger, and my God, buy Hinge some new boots.
Yeah, see, there's another one. Hinge had a shocker.
Yeah, exactly.
He couldn't do anything.
Yet he is a weapon.
Yeah.
He's a weapon.
So it wasn't just our mate, Mr. Keane.
No, it wasn't just the Irish, was it? So,
No, the Aussies as well.
PDC 2211 says, trying to stay positive and realistic, but it just sucks, you know. Prune Masters, fizzer, they say. And I think that's about it. Over to you, Soph, on the Instagram post.
On the Instagram post, we had the underscore Jackster. Just like every year, we promise so much and deliver so little. Baratheon_31. Honestly, easier to cope with loss than last week. We made errors that the Cats punished us for. Troy_. Why can I not say that? Troy_.
Whatever's
Campbell.
in that Powerade bottle, mate.
Must be. Good signs, really. I mean, the season's early. They know their errors. The team will get better. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jack H. Verus. Probably meant to be Jack Harris, but there's a V where the A is.
Creative.
Well, at least you had T-shirts made that predicted the score you would concede. That's pretty cool.
Shout out to Zero Hanger, who discovered our top. And my phone is just blowing up at half time with all these people. And it's just like, you want to collab, you want to do this, you want to do that. And then we'll get to it in segment group. But the Port fans who got up and about after their win on that post, just like, oh, you're celebrating. I'm just like, you fuckers are salty. Anyway, sorry, continue, please.
Just lastly, Nath Pales, some horrible lapses of composure, but overall a mix of some good signs with some harsh lessons. Pretty true.
That's a good way to summarise.
Yeah.
Facebook. Wow. Scott Everett.
That name sounds familiar.
Okay. Oh,
I think he might be a WA boy.
okay, I'll message him afterwards. Scott says, I think you all need to calm down just a little bit. Remember, we had a 5-day turnaround coming from the humidity of Queensland. They just ran out of legs, getting real tired of our supporters going on like Port supporters. Be better, fools. Reply, are you from
If
WA?
he's not, Lord help it.
XX. Okay, that's from the official Crowject account.
Does he have a crow as his profile picture?
No, he's got Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
Then it's not from WA.
Okay, there he is.
Oh, this is awkward.
That could arguably be one of the better characters from that movie.
It's a slight racist connotations that's going on there with Sebastian. Not as bad as when they say the blackfish sings and it's...
See,
Anyway.
I'm just doing off of general vibes. I have not watched Little Mermaid since I was like tiny, but he was just cute and cool.
Yeah, no, he was good. He was good.
Yeah.
One of my favourite movies, by the way. Great score.
Great score.
No, actually, I liked Flounder better.
But he's not a guppy.
I like Sebastian. He was had a bit of an attitude.
Yeah.
That's why I dig him.
Yeah, dig him. It's a good egg. John Schultz.
You'd love digging being in the mining industry, don't you?
You would, wouldn't you? Bloody, let's dig up the Pilbara. Sell it.
We blow shit up.
Yeah, we'll blow shit up. Fuck yeah, explosives and shit. John Schultz. Saligo and Rankin must just don't play close enough attention in the middle. Hinge drinking his own accolades. Disastrous brain snap by Laird.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Rob is a liability. Play McAndrew. Not tagging Smith is on the coaches. Scholl shouldn't play again this year until he puts some muscle on. Too many backline howlers. I agree only with the last sentence, really. I don't know. We need to talk about Bailey Smith, giving the double bananas to the crowd, and just everyone just saying that's all right. He was protecting his captain, and yet Mark Keane trips someone and gets $10,000. Explain. Like he got $1,000, and that got shown all over social media. Like I'm not because it's a Crows. I don't care who it was or who was. If that was a Crows player, I'll be really disappointed with that.
100%.
I just don't get how it's just, it's all right. It's just Bailey.
Just doing Bailey things.
It's just Bailey doing Bailey things. Oh, well. We got a share. Oh, we need an alert for this one. We've got a shared account here. It's Jen Ken Winterbank.
Let's read it and we'll guess which one of those we think wrote this one.
We made too many handball mistakes and missed targets with our kicking. Space, full stop. Next line, tab indent. 5-day turnaround didn't help much as we ran out of legs. Double space. It was very warm in Queensland and I sat in the stands and very hot. Full stop, hot emoji. The guy poking his tongue out looking red. Next line, tab indent. Umpires substandard missed many free kicks for both sides. Full stop. That's the end.
That would have
Is that
been
Jen
some
or Ken?
serious...
100% Jen.
Yeah, that is some serious work to make those indents happen.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the story and say who was it? Was it Jen or Ken?
Poll time.
Okay, we've got a few. Oh, jeez, we've got a few. Oh, Greg Crow. Here we go. Rob just never gives our mids a chance. Any ruck could know that where the mids are and have at least a 50-50 chance. It doesn't help when they're fucking getting tagged out of the game. Rob puts it down the opposition's throat, ... Seems like a top bloke. But we look better with Tilthorpe in the middle. Seems like a top bloke. Just don't look at what podcast he's on. Tamika Jade, piss poor game played, and that's all I'll say. Okay, fair enough. I think that sort of summarises the anger therein. Scott Everett has not written back.
Give him some time, mate.
Give him some
If
time.
he is from WA, he's an hour and a half behind.
Oh,
He's under the sea at the moment. Just give him
Yeah,
a
that's
second to
true.
get
Under
some
the
signal.
Let's go to
sea
the
and in
profile.
WA.
He's a long time behind. Like, just give him a second to catch up.
Okay. I don't think this is the right person because he's a singer, actor, director, and musician. He's got 1,500 followers on.
Yipes.
Yeah. Anyway, look, if he's from WA, so
He's probably not.
we'll wait and see.
Not the one I know.
And a big thank you to everyone that came to the Rainbow Crows hangout before the game too. Now, do we want to just put this one in the rear vision mirror? Just say,
Yeah.
there it is. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
In my mind, we're going undefeated from now on. Like a little 2 in the loss column doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing if you keep winning the rest of the games now, does it? I'm very optimistic.
So you're saying the only way is up?
Absolutely.
You know, it's a good segment to get into the news. So,
What a segue.
Oh.
You're so welcome.
so welcome. Right. News. Anytime now. Anytime.
We're just
Anytime.
going to wait for
Music's
the
gonna-
for the Wi-Fi to join in. There's tickets on sale if you would like to come to the Giants Crows clash this coming week.
Yeah. Are they going to do an Easter egg hunt? You reckon there? For the kids?
Why is everything for the kids? I want to. I
An
want
adults
some-
only Easter egg hunt.
Do you know
Now
how
we're
much
talking.
they are? Cost of living crisis. Again, how many times do I have to mention it?
Easter egg hunt, adults only, sponsored by Sexyland.
Sign me up.
I found an egg. That's not an egg. All right. Boom, boom. All right. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. All right. What other news we got?
That's a great question. No, we already talked about JP being charged by the MRO.
Big surprise.
The AFLW are doing some trial matches soon.
Oh, excellent.
That we're doing 3 practice matches over the next month. And obviously the 2025 season is going to kick off in August. So we're going to be playing against Sydney at the Tramway Oval in New South Wales this Saturday.
Where the fuck is a tramway oval?
I don't know, it sounds riveting stuff.
You people fund the rest of Australia. Do you know where that is?
No fucking
No.
idea. We're going to have 12
You people.
AFLW
You,
listed
Cullen, you
squad
people.
members.
Sorry, say that again.
There's going to be 12 AFLW listed squad members that are going to that are set to feature for us, including Hannah Ewings, India Rashid, Georgia McKee, and Grace Kelly being our
excellent.
recruits.
Cool.
Did we mention in the last one about Maddie Clark having his final season?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Beautiful.
Which is really, I'm really sad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too.
Hope he's all
Sad
good.
time. So yeah, we're obviously doing that on 10:30 a.m. ASDT, Australian Standard Daylight Time. Is that what that stands for?
It does now.
You don't have daylight savings, don't ask me.
ASDT.
Can't afford that.
Nah.
Sure.
Not in this cause he lives crosses.
Really? All right. Normally I write many a notes before a pod, and I did not write any.
That's all right. Neither did I.
We're just gonna wing it. There's something about Joshy Worrell. I was gonna watch the video that they put up, a little snippet of his little interview that he did on a show. I only saw like 5 seconds of it. But like he's like a guy that you would want to have stick up for you at any moment.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would feel so safe in the presence of Josh Worrell.
Take me in your arms.
He's just a good boy. Always sticking up for our players too.
He really is.
What else? Oh, they already had. Oh, there's takeaways. Oh, I didn't realise.
5 key takeaways.
Actually, 4 key takeaways from the AFLW trial match.
Oh.
It already happened. I thought it was this coming Saturday, but they've already had this one. My
You heard it
bad.
here first.
Sorry, guys. Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Oh.
So we had our 12 AFLW listed players feature in the match. We fell to the Swans, who finished with 4 goals, 3.27 to 1 goals, 3.9 across 4 16-minute quarters.
Typical Vic bias. Anyway, move on.
Yes. It sounds like India Rashid and Georgia McKee were impressive across the match. Grace Kelly obviously has come across to play with her sister Neve, and she obviously has some speed and skill like her sister across the halfback line, which is good to see.
That's a good thing.
She was our only goal scorer on the day.
There was only one goal.
Good. There was indeed only one goal.
Well done.
And look, I think they are going to do well in some more scratch matches coming up. Obviously, we only had a small portion of our players who actually were in that. Is there a button you want to press there?
Just keep going.
Okay, I'll just keep going.
Sorry.
What's this article?
Oh,
Star forward is set for big fine as defender takes on a new role.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, Max Michelini stepped up in an off-field role.
Yeah, he's the fine manager.
He's the fine man. Fines master.
That is such a Max role.
Fines
What a
master.
role.
Taking the
Yeah,
reins
right.
from Kieran Straw.
Do you reckon it's like an accountant? Like you got the big old school. Yeah. Max Keen. You maxed out. Yeah. There you go.
Mate.
Yeah, boom, boom.
Max is apparently a very funny man. He thinks that Fogg may be in for a big fine with that tattoo stuff. Reckons he might be paying for half the footy trip. Damn, son.
Damn.
Damn. What?
How much was that commercial agreement he had with Coopers?
Damn. Did he even have it on his arm during the game?
No.
No.
Because
Oh,
it
I
was
was
a
gonna say.
distraction.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he just, kicks 4 goals in the quarter.
I'm more distracted without the tattoo.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah. How did you guys watch the what do they call it? Gather round the Barossa on
Oh, the
channel-
special on Tuesday night
Yeah, whatever night that was.
before
I don't even
all
know
the
what
footy
channel
started.
it was on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was hosted by Eddie
Was it
McGuire,
7/9?
Rory, and Belle
Rory
Sloan.
and Belle.
That was cool.
Yeah,
Saw
they had
snippets.
Tex and
Yes,
Ellie,
and Ellie.
and
and
Rankin
Rankin.
did that beautiful
Ah, yes.
song. Man of many talents.
He can do it all.
He can.
He sung his calf better.
He must have.
Serenaded it.
Whatever works,
He
It's
seems like a very
2025. Whatever
humble-
works.
Very humble and kind player
He is.
Yeah.
who just kind of keeps to himself
Mhm.
and just goes in, does his job, and then goes back and finds his happy place.
Yep.
He's not all out there being like, look at me, look at me.
No.
Just
Look at
quiet-
me, look at me.
look at boy.
Boy.
Just a quiet achiever.
Nixie, look at me, look at me, look at me. We've got the injury report as well.
Oh, please.
Nick Murray, he's a test for his knee to see
Yes,
whether his knee
puppy.
exists.
Mm.
Rochelle out with the ribs for 1 to 2 weeks, and Toby Murray. So it's a Murray off in the rehab camp, 3 to 4 months. So
I feel like we've really missed Rash.
Mm.
His
Yeah.
first 2 games were
Mhm.
just so unselfish, which was a blessing from last year. And he really excelled. So I feel like his hole has it's been hard to fill.
agreed.
That sounds horrible. His hole has been hard to fill.
We're gonna
Please come here. I will
Thank
fill
you
it
for
for
talking about it.
we're gonna ISO that one. Fill my hole.
you.
Anyway.
Oh.
Oh, God. Well, I want to give a big thank you to our amazing patrons, patreon.com/Crowject, for all the amazing content that we're able to support us to do as well. And some of our patrons don't even know that we do a pre-roll or a segment stream.
Apparently not.
Hello.
Guys, give it a rest.
We have just
I
opened
came-
up your mind to
I
so
know.
much more content.
Look, and I post your stuff on our group all the time.
Mm.
So I'm a very big advocate. I will work on it. Okay?
Better?
I want to talk a little bit about your role as the Western Australia Crows leader.
yeah.
Is
That
that your official title?
I guess so.
It's I think a benevolent leader was taken.
Yeah. So there's myself,
Mhm.
who does a lot of the banner organisation, the Guard of Honour on game days, the pre-game stuff.
Mhm.
I think because though as well, I live closer to the city than what the other 2 boys that are part of the admin group do. So Sean is based down in Bunbury. So, and he has his own
That's
thing.
a suburb. in Perth.
Yep, 3 hours south.
Yeah.
That's in the middle of nowhere.
How big is Perth? There's suburbs that are 3 hours away from the city.
Yeah, it's very
Jeez.
big. I know. It's huge.
There must be only
Wouldn't
dual
be me.
carriageways there and none of this.
None of this 3-lane bullshit.
Not
love
enough
it.
marginal seats over there. That's why.
Tell me about it. And then Chris, who's about an hour south, and he's FIFO, again, mining town. So it's, I feel like, and I've got access to a computer. I work in an office all the time.
Whoa.
I know, futuristic.
You guys have the internet?
Wow. It's run by pigeons or something. I don't know.
That's
But-
how our podcast is delivered each week. Waiting for
So-
Paul the pigeon. Here he comes.
They'll catch up one day.
But no, so I have the accessibility and the ability to be able to get online a lot more often than what the other guys do. And I've got Pete from the official cheer squad supporters group. He's been a family friend of ours for quite some time. So by me joining the WA group, it's kind of helped push it along a bit more,
excellent.
I guess, just because of the contacts. It does help
Yeah.
having that. It's not what you know, it's who you know, unfortunately. And I've been able to help progress the group a little bit more because I'm city-based and of people, trying to get the people involved on game day.
Great work.
Thanks.
It's an undervalued
I love it.
thing and job you do.
Oh, thanks.
Because I know Tracy from the ACT group as well. Do a phenomenal job too.
Yeah,
So please keep it up.
thank you.
And what's your favourite memory being in this role too? Like things that you've done or been able to see, that sort of thing.
It was the first time I was able to go out onto Optus and hold the banner. I never in my wildest dream. I lived in Adelaide for 23 years and I was too busy going clubbing and doing the normal late teenager, early 20s things. I was like, footy, peh. And they weren't as good looking now. It's true. We've got a bloody fine team.
It's true. It is true.
The older you get and you're like, your priorities change.
Yeah, good. There's a good looking rooster.
We have got a very good looking team.
I reckon
Mate,
we got
We
the.
have always had a really good looking team.
They've just changed a bit this time around. They're just they're getting to their peak a lot younger than what they used to.
Yeah. Be careful. Say that.
I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, this whole thing's going to be censored because of
No,
me.
it's not. It's going out. I reckon the ugliest period for our
You know what I mean, though?
group
They
was
used to
like-
be older men, big-bodied things. And
no, but that's
now-
what I'm saying. I reckon 06, 07
Yeah.
was just like, as a mean, probably the ugliest period for our club.
Yeah.
Just no prosciutto. It's not.
You know what I mean, though? Like, they're
yeah.
just they care a bit more what they look like, I guess. I don't know.
Ian
that's-
Nutsy
that's
Callanan.
Yeah, they care about how many beers they may consume on the weekend.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
I think just Ben Keys. He's just vibing.
Oh, mate.
It's flat.
He's got biceps on his biceps.
It's just buy biceps. That's the title of the pod. Buy biceps. There we go.
But yeah, I think like it was able to be going out onto the field and holding the banner and being like, this is insane. I never thought I would be able to experience that. I never did it in Adelaide. So being part of that in a different city and being able to involve other people, like this Anzac Day next week, I've got people in our Guard of Honour that have been like, oh, the same thing. I never thought I'd be able to be part of this. Just by them being part of our group and me putting the word out, would you like to be part of this? And so many people, because that changed my life. So now I want to include other people because it makes the passion, especially living interstate.
Yeah.
We see them once or twice a year.
Yep.
It's really important that we get that interaction with them. And that's what I was hoping would come from the member-elect thing, to try and include us a bit more. Although, again, this was a step up. We have 2 games this year in Perth. We usually only get 1, and it's usually in August against the Eagles.
Yeah.
When we're coming to the end of the season, it's like no one really cares.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that would be my core memory.
No, that's awesome, mate.
That's
Yeah.
Please keep up the great work. Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I've done the banner on Adelaide Oval once before. I was a member with the supporters group for a few years.
Yeah.
And that was, unreal, being able to go out there before a game. And
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing. I just stood there and held on to a thing. Don't even think that was doing anything, but
Yeah.
I felt included. And
Exactly. It's the inclusion that you belong somewhere and everyone is such a family and all walks of life. It's wonderful.
I get the feeling I've been banned from doing the banner because of the first AFL Women's Showdown.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. It was the fact that...
Well, there must have been
No.
a reason.
Brendan McGarrigan,
Yes.
one of our patrons,
Yes, I know Brendan.
lovely guy, got his Go Crom scarf caught in the cable. So the photo of that first banner has "In Crom We Trust" right on the side. No joke. And I was getting... I
Was
can
that a
remember
plug?
clear as day, getting messages, and I think it was from the patrons chat. I was just like, "Oh my god, how'd you get that up there?" I'm just like, "Get what?"
Oh,
And I was
dear.
with Connor as well, Crom chat, and I was with him because he had the big fuck off Go Crom
Yeah.
flag as well. And then we're getting messages of this, and I'm just like, I don't, what's happened? And I did get a message from someone at the club who asked, "Was this a setup?" And I'm just like, genuinely, it wasn't.
no.
And I was like, I would never do something like that.
Yeah.
Hand on heart. And I get the feeling after that, and they're just like, "Going to keep you at arm's length."
They've probably forgotten you now, Pete.
Oh,
Give it
sure
another
they
crack.
have. Yeah. Hi, I want to hold a rope.
We can hook you up.
Yeah, yeah.
Come to Perth, mate. We'll put you on the banner.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
What's your demographic like age demographic like in your Western Australia supporters group?
There's not as many oldies.
Yeah.
It's probably people, young families, early 20s to I'd say 60s,
Okay.
but they're young 60s.
Yeah, yeah.
That now have kids and they've involved it, but not like really oldies. Because I feel like a lot of them would live here. They wouldn't be an interstate supporter. It's more like I'm amazed at the distance that's between all our supporters. We've got people out in the wheat belt, which is like
Where the fuck is that?
exactly
Do
a
they
long
grow
way
wheat there?
You guys have wheat?
and a belt. Oh, stop! It's like 5-6
Does it?
hours
Does it?
into like east, like think not
Does
Kalgoorlie,
the belt
but
go horizontally across
it's kind
west of
of.
Australia? So it's keeping the pants up of west of Australia.
And is Esperance like the belly button? Like just sort of just hanging around like you. Oh,
Thought about it like that, but maybe that could be the reason.
exactly. Couple
Is that
We are simple people.
is this section the only place where wheat can grow in Western Australia?
It's like
or they banned it, just like the potato board.
We should have had the farm chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, agriculture
farm
chat.
chat.
Yeah, it's that time. Oh my god,
Oh,
where the
no.
where the fuck is it? There it is.
Mellow tones.
we go.
Just bring the vibes. Wow. So serene. As someone who lived on a farm, I can confirm this was my day most days.
Did it include this?
Sure did.
Mate, is that a 79 land? So, how much is a bushel of barley going for around here? I tell you what, mate, this country's stuffed. Absolutely stuffed. I tell you what, mate, it's probably
Joys.
the best country in the world, mate. Yeah.
Anyway.
I feel like that could be a majority of WA households. Those are just the neighbours.
Oh my gosh, the meowing. Can we talk about the group? There was a group on the hill that I was involved in. A lot of meows were happening throughout the whole weekend.
Oh.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh. Oh.
Meow, meow, meow.
Oh,
meow.
Jesus.
God.
Good times. We ended up. What night was it? It must have been Friday night after the game. I'm sure we'll do a whole gather round review soon. But we spent. It must have been Friday night after the game. We were all in the toilets and we all just randomly started meowing to a random song together. It was quite wholesome.
Oh boy.
It's out of mewing. Mewing or meowing?
Meowing.
Okay.
Meow, 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 meow.
All right. Agriculture chat. Okay. So you got the wheat belt.
Yeah. Farming.
Is it sort of like the Goyder's line that they have in South Australia, where it's sort of you can farm here but not here, down here?
Yeah, I guess you could put it like that.
Yeah.
Because you've got the Gascoyne region as well.
You're making this up.
I am not. You got
Gascoyne.
Gascoyne. It's like you got the Pilbara, which is Port Hedland of
Yep.
the north.
With all the expensive rocks.
Yeah, and everyone owns a big four-wheel drive
Yeah. 70.
and boat. and a jet ski and
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Gascoyne region, which is like further down. You've got the wheat belt, which is like
Where the wheat grows.
west. Nothing else can happen there.
Sounds
Just
like
farming.
It sounds like a song, like the lyrics. And the wheat belts where the wheat grows. And the
I
Gascoyne
could give
region's
us a
where
song.
stuff is. And the 79 Series Land Cruisers are here.
Fuck, Tony Gallardi's still on.
What a jump scare.
You know what?
Quickly Google something
How
else.
about we just do our selections for the next game, and then we'll jump
We
into
can-
segment straight.
yes,
Okay.
yep.
So we are playing another G team, the GWS Giants, at Adelaide Oval on Saturday afternoon on Easter Saturday. So it'll be after Good Friday, which
That's how the week
and
works.
things happen. Yeah, thank you. Now let's think about first off. Does Adam Kingsley have the biggest triceps out of all the coaches?
That's why they're my second favourite team.
That'd be up there.
It's not the only tsunami that's coming. Huh? Now, we got to pick who wins, how much, and leading disposals. Please don't vomit.
No, I'm just contemplating life.
Oh, jeez. All right. Anyway,
The
Alex,
mango is strong.
who wins? The mango is strong. That's a title of the pod. The mango is strong. Who wins, how much, and leading disposals?
The heart says the Crows, but I think GWS is going to get over the line by a goal.
Oh, don't do that to me.
I hate doing it to myself. We've just got such a good lineup. It's always close. Well, it was always close. That's what's disappointing.
So close.
Yes, I'm going GWS by a goal. Leading disposals.
The leading disposals. Who you got?
Matt Crouch.
Nice. Soph.
I think we are going to win by 11 points.
11 points.
11
Yep.
points.
That's still close.
Still close. I think that
You can't pick a Geelong player, just so you know.
I really wanted to pick Bailey Smith for leading disposal getters. I'm going to go with Isaac Rankin. He's going to. I think he's hit his groove now.
Yep.
He's doing all the stuff in the midfield. He's sneaking forward for some goals.
That's who I had as my selection for this one. So good job. I concur. Great.
Wonderful. And how much are they going to win by though, Pete? Or are we going to lose?
I reckon it's going to be the Crows by 3 points. I think it's going to be
Holy
very
shit.
close. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
We love close games.
Yeah, we love
The heart doesn't.
Yeah. The old ticket doesn't
The
do
old
too
ticket
well.
does not do
I had
too
to turn the TV off and I had to get the GTN spray up my nose, So
It was very rude of my watch to inform me that I'd had a stressful day halfway through the third quarter. I'm like, no shit, mate.
it's still going.
Actually, every day of gather round, it would come up 9:05. I'm probably I'll be due one in a few minutes. I'll let you know on what do we call it? Segment Street. I'll let you know on Segment Street if I had a stressful day today or not.
So if you want to hear the rest of the pod and more of Soph's alerts on her phone, you can head over to patreon.com/Crowject for a little bit of Segment Street. So here it comes.
Where are you going? You're going the wrong way. Take a left down Segment Street.
It's usually a car crash.
That was the noise of Anthony bursting into this room earlier and being completely shocked that we were here, despite him telling us to be in this room.
He
I
burst
cannot wait to watch that back.
He burst in like Krusty the Clown. Hey, like
And that was apparently locked.
Yeah, I thought you locked it.
I did. That's the thing. It's
Just burst
deadbolt.
in. That's why I turned around so quick because I'm like, how is someone coming in?
And the shock.
Yeah,
The shock on his
so
face.
what are
He's
you
like,
guys
"Oh,
doing
what
here?
have I stumbled into? I'm like, mate, you booked this.
Anyway, we're going to head over to Segment Street, so head over to patreon.com/Crowject for that. Alex, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you
So good to have
so
you here. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name's Peter. Go Crom.
Go Crom.
Go Crom.